Good day, dear colleagues. I hope everybody are hearing me. You have your microphones updated and your screens are allowed to see the presentation. I will run the screen right now so you can see what we're going to discuss today. For those who doesn't know me, my name is Oksana. I will be held in this meeting today. I'm working at GlobeCore for like about 10 years in different products. And today with me, I have our technical engineers for you to answer your technical questions. Our today's lecture will be built on the presentation that my team prepared especially for you, and it will be based on the best sellers machines that GlobeCore is manufacturing. I'm going to share my screen right now. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Super. Okay, so let's start. So today we're going to talk about different applications of GlobeCore units designed to produce bitumen emulsions and modified bitumens. On this picture, you can see the standard arrangement of GlobeCore bitumen emulsion machine. Further, we'll discuss more detailed the consist and the design of that machine. So as if you already had some experience with GlobeCore machines and you saw the technical descriptions of those, you may be familiar to the fact that those machines can be used for production of cationic and anionic emulsions, and can be used not just for that. It's also be produced for a road construction business, for tack coating of the base of old road pavements, the preparation of cold asphalt concrete mixtures, the surfacing of road pavements, the soil stabilization, the thin carpeting, and for portfolio patching, as well as slurry seal and multi-mark technologies. GlobeCore's machines are capable, we have the range of them, and the most popular one are with capacity 2 cubic meters per hour, 4 cubic meters per hour, and 8 cubic meters per hour for production of bitumen emulsions. On our website and on our technical documentation in the catalogs, you may notice that bitumen emulsion units are called USB2 units. We used to have another abbreviation for the machines, but now for customs exit purposes and for customs clearance, we use USB2 for bitumen emulsion units, USB3 for modified bitumen units. Now I'd like to run a little video for you on the principles of operation for those machines.
Now, we are going to focus on the principle of the unit's operation. You may ask questions to our design engineer.
Can you hear the sound of the video?
Yes, we can.
Okay, super.
We are going to focus on the unit's operation. You may ask questions to our...
Just a second. Okay.
You may ask questions to our design engineer.
All right. Can we slightly raise a bit the volume? Sorry.
Same as that of its equivalents. It deals with mixing the prepared water phase with prepared bitumen phase. However, there are a few subtle aspects that allow the USB2 unit to operate continuously, which means that you don't have to wait for a new batch based on water phase. This has been implemented by installing an additional tank for preparing the water phase, which allows us to work with a full-fledged blend rather than a concentrate. The unit operates as follows. While the prepared water phase solution is consumed from one tank, a new batch is concurrently prepared in another tank. And due to the fact that the input pump of the second tank has a higher capacity than the output pump of the first tank, it manages to pump water into the tank, to perform several circulation loops for mixing, and to transfer the prepared water phase into the tank for consumption. There are top and bottom level sensors in the first tank to monitor the water phase level. When the liquid level drops below the bottom level sensor, an audible alarm goes off. The operator is warned of the need to switch the valves to pumping the water phase into the consumption tank. If the liquid level has not resumed the sensor level after a preset time interval, The unit will automatically shut down to prevent alarm conditions. When the water phase is pumped into the consumption tank and the liquid rises to the top level sensor, an audible alarm goes off as well, warning the operator that the valves are switching to circulation of liquid in the preparation tank or to pumping a new volume of water for preparation of water phase. If, again, after a preset time interval, the liquid level has not resumed the point below the top level, then the unit automatically shuts down to prevent alarm conditions. Therefore, we maintain the continuous availability of water phase, which allows the unit to operate without downtime. When retrofitted with auxiliary equipment, optionally upon request of the customer, the unit also allows producing a bitumen primer with a ratio of up to 50/50. For this purpose, only 2 branches of ingredients will be involved in the unit. A bitumen branch and a thinner containing.
Okay, sorry, you had some questions. I couldn't read them while this video was playing. Could you please repeat the question?
Well, good afternoon, team, or good day, team. Graham speaking from South Africa.
Nice to hear you from.
Great, thank you so much. Well, basically, my question was on volume. At first, I was under the impression it was okay, but it was a bit low. I don't know with the other colleagues. Thank you.
Okay, so we have 3 capacities available for machines for production of bitumen emulsion. It's 2, 4, and 8 cubic meters per hour. It's based on the experience of our customers and their capabilities, how much product they need on daily basis, and depending on the size of the company and how much work they do per day. But I believe that Mr. Kwaku has more experience with our machines, and so far what I heard from our customers, those capacities were pretty much satisfied. Mr. Kwaku, can you share with us your suggestions, your experience? Is that enough capacity for the customers?
Well, yes. I think the one I have, the capacity is enough for the customers.
Super. Thank you. Okay, so as you can see on this little video, on the left side, we have a machine with capacity 2 cubic meters per hour, and on the right with capacity 8 cubic meters per hour. They look pretty much similar, I mean, in design. It's just the difference is the capacity. It's just video with no sounds. I will then put on hold. The construction is pretty much similar on both machines. They have installed a mixer, a colloid mill, and all the components are being premixed in the tank with adding adhesive, acid additive, or other components which are needed. I have here my 2 engineers who can tell more about the design. I will ask them to comment on this picture. Можно вас, пожалуйста, сюда поближе ко мне? У нас на картинках не указаны компоненты, составляющие основные. Мы рассказываем про 2 машины, 2 и 2,8 кубов, чтобы я им показала, где у нас основные узлы находятся, чтобы ничего не перепутала. Can you see the mouse on the screen?
That's correct.
Okay, so on this side that I'm showing right now, it shows it's colloid mill. This part is colloid mill. This pump is this one. This pump is used for pumping water into the tank that is installed on the machine for water phase production. these are the flow meters, and regulating valves are installed on each line, so we can dose the amount of our product that are getting inside of the tank for premixing. Okay, so this pump supplies a water phase to the blender. And this is the pump to supply liquefier to our product tank. And the same story from the right side. Both machines are equipped with the control panel. This one is the... Okay, это подача воды, вот это? Это насос, да? This is the pump to supply water inside of the tank. This pump supplies water phase to the blender. And this is the pump to supply liquefier to our product. And same thing, flow meters and regulating valves to adjust the amount of components. The mixer here is installed behind the cover, a special cover, protection cover. Так. Еще. Оп. Ой. Sorry. Ага. Вот это. Угу. Гидродинамический. The feature of our machine that we have hydrodynamic mixer on this 2 cubic meters per hour machine mixer installed here, на этой установке. And on this unit is here. And behind the mixer on this picture, we can see the colloid mill. From both pictures, this is the bitumen pump, this one and this one. They supplies bitumen to the mix to the tank for mixing. And we have 3 sets or 3 points where the sensors and detectors are installed. So we measure pressure and temperature before the pump, before the bitumen pump, before the hydrodynamic mixer, and before the colloid mill. So that's to protect our machines from any alarm situations. And all the pipes we have covered in a heating jacket to avoid stocking the product inside. So basically, these are the main compartments. Что-то еще? Вот это? Here we have installed the mixer for a liquefier agent. It's hard to see, but it's behind those pipes that is leading from the little tanks where we can have additives, different types of additives. Yeah, вот это. Okay, this small compartment is the section to prepare to prepare the mix and prepare the air for drying. So those pumps are electrically driven. This section was built especially for this purpose, to add the air inside. On this, from this side, let me... Сейчас посмотрим. Let me show from another machine, just a second. Let them turn it. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. So on the bigger machine, this is the compartment where the additional mixer is installed. Basically, that's the difference between our machines and our competitors, because we have colloid mills and hydrodynamic mixers installed in one unit. So basically, this is the general design features of the machines. Considering their size, they're still pretty compact and can be installed on a trailer or on a platform, and can be delivered to the customer side and be used for production of emulsion at the customer's location. So these are the main fields of application. I'm sorry. This is the main fields of application. As I already mentioned, it could be used for cationic and anionic emulsions. And we already talked about it as that machine can be also used for cold asphalt, concrete mixtures, and for pavements, and for other applications as well. And I guess on this little video, we have a little bit more on fact description from the engineer. Each compartment, each side of the machine, he will describe this on this video.
Hello. Today, we are going to bring to your attention USB2 unit with a capacity of 2 meters per hour. This unit has compact dimensions, which considerably facilitates transportation and operation. Next, we will focus on the unit's design in greater detail. This unit can be conveniently divided into 2 parts. These include a water phase preparation section and an emulsion preparation section. This unit is assembled on a frame. Consists of the following components and assemblies. The emulsion preparation section includes a bitumen supply pipeline, a pumped assembly, a bitumen mixer, and a colloid mill. The unit also includes a bitumen return pipeline. The emulsion preparation section is equipped with pressure and temperature sensors, which are placed in protective enclosures. The water phase preparation section includes a water input pump and a blend input pump. This unit is also equipped with flow meters and adjusting valves. Then, we will discuss where the water phase is supplied. The water phase consists of a tank with the volume of 1 cubic meter and of measuring tanks with the volume of 30 liters each. Here is our tank with the volume of 1 cubic meter. We pump the water and pump the blend over with the capacity of 2 cubic meters per hour. The measuring tanks contain adhesion additive, emulsifier, and acid. The tank's content is fed through a hydrodynamic blend mixer into our tote tank. For customer convenience, the measuring tanks will be equipped with a ruler, which makes it easy to monitor the flow and feed of liquid into the tote tank. Exiting from the water phase, the processed liquid enters a hydrodynamic.
Ростик, кажуть, що дуже погано чути, що слабенький звук. Як можна це поправити? Do you hear the low, the voice of engineer is low? You cannot hear it? Because I think it's an higher volume that we could do.
It's still low.
It's still low? You cannot hear it?
Yeah, it's very, very much low.
Very low? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just a second, I'll try to make something with that. I have my IT team to help me.
All right. Sorry for the cutout, but I think it's necessary.
Okay, sure. Thank you. That's why we're here, so you can understand everything. And if you cannot hear it properly, then how you could understand?
Great.
Just give us a couple of minutes.
All right.
Hello. Today, we are
Ти
going
нічого не
to bring
зробиш?
to your attention USB2 unit with the capacity
А де ти
of
можеш
2
зробити?
liters per hour.
А?
Усилення,
Яке?
усилення може зробити
Де?
у Windows.
Ну, давайте, да, зробимо так. And meanwhile, while my team is helping me to fix that sound, do you have any questions so far? As I have my engineers here and they can respond your technical questions.
Well, from me, not as yet. I'm still compiling.
Okay, okay. Okay, so as we're still in the process, I would suggest maybe you can introduce each one so we know who is in the team today. I know Mr. Kwako from Ghana is a representative for Ghana and Nigeria. Mr. Butao is for South Africa, Mozambique, and surrounding countries. And we have also colleagues from Myanmar, correct?
Yes. We are from Myanmar. Yes, this is our out of office time, so we are joining from our respective home. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yes.
Thank you for accepting this invitation for a Zoom meeting, even if it's your after work hours.
Yes.
We really appreciate your presence. Так, я думаю, я оглохну, ну ничего. Okay.
Heated water is supplied to
Is it better now? Can you please give me a check?
the inlet pipeline. Enters
Yes, it's higher.
flows through the
Okay.
It comes up.
back in
Okay, then I will scroll back to the beginning so you can hear everything, okay?
section includes
Okay, great.
a water input pump and a blend input pump. This unit is also equipped with flow meters and adjusting valves. Then we will discuss where the water phase is supplied. The water phase consists of a tank with the volume of 1 cubic meter and of measuring tanks with the volume of 30 liters each. Here is our tank with the volume of 1 cubic meter. We pump the water in and pump the blend over with the capacity of 2 cubic meters per hour. The measuring tanks contain adhesion additive, emulsifier, and acid. The tank's content is fed through a hydrodynamic blend mixer into our tote tank. For customer convenience, the measuring tanks will be equipped with a ruler which makes it easy to monitor the flow and feed of liquid into the tote tank. Exiting from the water phase, the processed liquid enters a hydrodynamic mixer, which is a distinctive feature of GlobeCore units compared to the units from other manufacturers. Our unit is equipped with a compressed air supply section. Next, automatically operated valves, which allows ensuring their operation. In order to ensure operation, the unit is equipped with an integrated control device
Тоже
based on
Вже не надо, вже не буду переривати. Може, так
Now
буде.
let's focus on the principle of operation. Before starting to give The emulsion preparation section is heated with thermal oil to the temperature of 110
Ну, уже
degrees
слышно, не перерывай.
Celsius.
Не
Before the
перерывай,
bitumen
Жека, и
is
все.
fed into the unit, the former is heated to a temperature
Так
of
нету звука с
140,
компьютера.
160 degrees Celsius,
А им
and the
слышно, не
water
надо.
heated to a temperature of 40 degrees Celsius is concurrently fed into the unit. In order to prepare the unit for operation, thermal oil is supplied to the components of the bitumen emulsion section, thereby heating them to the temperature of 110 degrees Celsius. Furthermore, the bitumen is concurrently heated outside the unit to a temperature of 140, 160 degrees Celsius, and the water is concurrently heated outside the unit to a temperature of 40, 60 degrees Celsius, and both are fed into the unit. Next, the previously heated water is supplied to the water input pump and circulated to ensure temperature normalization. The heated water is supplied to the inlet pipeline, enters the pump, and flows through the return pipeline back into the heating tank. Hot bitumen is connected to the unit through the inlet pipeline, the return pipeline, the emulsion pipeline, which means the finished product pipeline. Water and the water return line are connected to the unit as well. Then, the blending tank is filled with water in a volume of 800 to 900 liters through a water supply valve. After that, the measuring tank is filled by gravity with acid in a volume of 20 to 30 liters depending on the formulation. Subsequently, the operator has the possibility to adjust the volume of acid used by means of a measuring ruler. We also use a manual pump to fill the remaining tanks with emulsifier and adhesion additive. Next, the blend pump is engaged. The water is supplied to the blend mixer where a vacuum is created. Opening the valves of consumption exits allows us to feed our liquids, that is adhesion additive, acid, and emulsifier, into the blend. Liquid circulates for 30 minutes. This ensures high quality mixing of the blend. When the temperature on station T2 reaches 140 degrees Celsius, the operator selects the auto mode and sets the operating modes with or without a thinner, with or without latex.
Спасибо.
After the previous process, the operator presses the start button. The automatic mode starts with engaging the mill. At the same time, the following assemblies are engaged with a time lag. We can monitor the operation of these assemblies using a mimic diagram. The water pump PAM3 and the blend pump PAM4.
Костя, как можно запретить им
In the mode
рисовать
with
на
the
экране?
thinner, the pump PAM5 and the latex pump. Next, the thinner and bitumen are pre-mixed in the mixer. The
Что-то
amount
не
of
будет
liquid
видно, да?
supplied is monitored by a kerosene flow meter.
И все.
Accordingly, passing through the adjusting valve, we adjust our supply. The supply is ensured by a thinner supply pump assembly. Then, the water phase and bitumen are mixed in the mixer. In order to further stabilize and obtain the finished product, the liquid enters the mill, after which, at the mill outlet, it enters the finished product output pipeline. The finished product is fed into the finished product storage tank where it is stored at a temperature of 40, 60 degrees Celsius. Owing to the design of the installed mill, the tooling of which has a special profile that allows homogenizing the bitumen with additives, we obtain a high-quality product in one pass. On the front panel of the control cabinet, there is a mimic diagram of the unit's operation. Buttons for activation of devices in manual mode, service buttons, and a controller. In addition, the unit features power supply and correct phasing control indications. The control logic is implemented on a Mitsubishi regulator. The power circuits of the devices are equipped with circuit breakers and a soft starter. The control system provides for operation of the unit in automatic and manual modes. The manual mode serves as a setup mode, as well as for preparing a blend. In turn, the automatic mode is used to prepare the finished product when the existing blend is available. This particular mode is the main one. The control system includes a number of pressure and temperature sensors. When the set values are exceeded, the system ensures a number of alarm response algorithms. Depending on the type of alarm condition, the system ensures an emergency stop or a stop with the process revision. Thus, the system ensures long-lasting and safe operation of the equipment. The stated capacity of the unit is 2 cubic meters per hour. This value may vary depending on the formulation. Due to a high level of automation, the unit is extremely easy to operate and maintain. The unit can be optionally completed with a latex input component. The mill can be completed with a mechanical seal. The pneumatic system can be supplemented with a compressor. All of this makes the unit a simple and convenient complex for production of water bitumen emulsion. At the end of this video, I would like to list the advantages of this unit. A wide range of formulations for the product manufactured, a good quality of the product manufactured with little time consumed, ease of operation and maintenance, compactness. All the bitumen pipelines, the mill, intermediate components have a thermal oil heating system, which is the mildest heating method. Another design advantage of this unit is the use of hydrodynamic mixers, which makes it possible to mix liquids at each stage.
All right, do you have questions about this particular machine?
Well, my first question is basically on the thermal oil heating system there.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I need is there a special clustered oil for the heating system, or we can use general ordinary oils from your BP, your Shell, or Engine?
Let me ask the engineer. По рубашке обогрева у нас используется термомасло. Есть ли требования к этому термомаслу? Это должно быть какое-то специфическое, отвечать каким-то условиям, либо это может быть там обычное, которое они используют в компании Shell или BP. То есть это термомасло. Просто у нее там какая-то вязкость определенная или марка. Okay, so according to the engineer, we don't have any special requirements. It has to be just thermal oil. Which brand, it doesn't matter. It just have to be a thermal oil, and that's it.
Okay, great.
Any other questions?
No, at the moment, no.
Okay, then we can go further and talk about another machine that is designed for modified bitumen production. As I mentioned at the beginning, for customs exit and clearance purposes, machines for modified bitumen called USB 3 units, but 3 doesn't mean its capacity. It's just the abbreviation of this general direction of modification units. And about this machine, we also should have a little video here. This machine has the difference comparing to even our previous models because it's working on a continuous mode. It doesn't work in batches. It works continuously. If you can see the screen, we can use this machine for production of modified bitumens with high and low polymer and modifiers content. Different fillers can be used. Usually it's granular fillers or rubber fillers, depending on the requirements of the customer. Here you can read the applications. Just a second. Okay, so same story here about field of applications. And I guess we have a little video for this machine with the principles of operation.
Hello. Today, we are pleased to present our stream bitumen modification unit with the capacity of
Can you hear the sound of this video? Everything's good? Is it not low?
Yeah, it's a relatively low. Yeah, I think you can raise it from the, yeah.
Okay, okay.
cubic meters per hour. This unit is a spatial design,
Fine.
the dimensions of which allow placing it in a standard 20-foot container. The following components and assemblies are available on the unit S frame. As you can see, here are two bitumen pumps, a plasticizer supply pump, an adhesion additive supply pump, a mixing tank with a propeller stirrer inside. The heart of the unit is a colloid mill. Furthermore, the unit comprises a hopper for polymer to be put therein and a screw batcher which feeds the preliminarily prepared polymer directly into the mixing tank. In addition, the unit includes heated bitumen lines, shutoff and control valves, sensors that monitor the temperature and pressure during its operation. The capacity of the screw batcher supply pumps is adjusted by means of frequency converters. Methodical operation at the installation site begins with calibration of ingredients, such as supply of polymer, plasticizer, and adhesion additive. Next, the operator shall feed the polymer into the polymer hopper and proceed to calibration. Then, we shall operate for some time per bag with stopwatch timing in order to work through the required formulation using a frequency converter. In order to do this, change the position of the gate valve to direct the free hose. In order to calibrate plasticizer, the plasticizer tank should be connected to the supply pump, and the relationship of plasticizer performance and actuator operation frequency shall be determined by processing. We use the same procedure for calibration of adhesion additive. The calibration curve data must be entered directly into the controller in order to ensure the specified formulation. And now, let us focus on the principle of operation of the unit. The bitumen to unit supply pump takes the bitumen preheated in the boiler into the system and, depending on the position of a three-way valve, either runs it back into the boiler for circulation or feeds it into the mixing tank. Concurrently with bitumen to mixer supply through a three-way valve, the polymer is fed into the same tank through a screw batcher. At the same time, we batch the plasticizer and the adhesion additive into the bitumen supply line through the appropriate inlets. In the mixer, the ingredients are pre-mixed by means of a propeller stirrer, after which the pump supplying the mill takes the ingredients out of the tank and supplies them directly to the mill. With long-term storage of modified bitumen in the storage tank for finished products, it may become necessary to stabilize the quality of this bitumen by volume. For this purpose, the unit has option to feed modified bitumen directly into the mill through a three-way valve using a supply pump. The finished product can either be fed back into the storage tank for finished products or delivered to the vehicle for transportation. Owing to the design of our colloid mill, the cutters have specialized profile that allows grinding, cutting, and homogenizing the polymer containing product. We obtain a high quality product in a single run. And now, I would like to list the advantages of our unit. Firstly, the unit allows using any modifiers known as of today, including various special additives along with all known SBS polymers which can be fed in the form of granules, powder, and liquid. It is also possible to manufacture products with various concentrations of additives. This also includes the excellent quality of the product manufactured with little time consumed. Easy operation and maintenance of the unit. Compactness, which means the possibility to transport it in a 20-foot container. All bitumen pipelines, the pumps, the mill, and the intermediate tank are equipped with a thermal oil heating system. Heating with thermal oil is the mildest and most efficient type of heating for assemblies and bitumen lines. This unit can be optionally completed with sulfur, polyphosphoric acid feeders, a monorail hoist comprising a weighing system for supply of big bags, and a compressor. The mill can be completed with a mechanical seal. And now, let us proceed to discuss the design of the unit in terms of the control system. On the front panel of the control cabinet, there is a mimic diagram of the unit's operation. Buttons for activation of devices in manual mode, service buttons, and a controller. In addition, there is power supply indication and correct phasing control for the unit. The control logic is implemented on Siemens logo monitoring. The power circuits of the devices are equipped with circuit breakers, frequency converters, and a soft starter. The control system provides for operation of the unit in automatic and manual modes. The manual mode is used as a setup mode and mainly required for calibration of ingredients. The automatic mode of operation is the main mode, which includes the following submodes: warm-up, modification, additive modification, recirculation, reprocessing, and flushing. Certainly, the main mode is additive modification. All other modes are auxiliary, service ones. The system includes a number of pressure and temperature sensors. When the set values are exceeded, the system ensures a number of emergency response algorithms. Depending on the type of failure, the system ensures an immediate stop or a stop with process revision. Thus, the system ensures long-lasting and safe operation of the equipment. After the operator enters the calibration results, the unit can operate in the automatic modification mode for as long as desired. It should be noted that calibration of ingredients is a fairly simple process which normally takes not longer than one work shift. Recalibration may only be required due to replacement of utilized ingredients. Actually, all assemblies of unit are equipped with frequency converters, which makes it possible to vary the modified bitumen formulation over the widest range. The stated performance of modification with a polymer content of up to 6% is about 10-12 cubic meters per hour. It should be noted that the polymer content of up to 6% is not the limit for the unit. If more polymer is needed, the system automatically adapts by adjusting the capacity. The main advantage of the unit is the ability to work in automatic mode with almost any known modifiers, whether in granular or powder form, or in the case of a liquid phase. In this case, a hatch is included, and the unit is additionally equipped with a supply pump. The unit allows manufacturing the product in the widest range of formulations. Due to its high capacity, the unit ensures that the product is manufactured in the shortest possible time. Moreover, the unit is quite compact. Due to a high level of automation, the unit is extremely easy to operate and maintain. This unit can be optionally completed with auxiliary components to blend in the ingredients like sulfur or polyphosphoric acid. The polymer input component can be equipped with a monorail hoist comprising a weighing system for supply of big bags. The pneumatic valve control system can be supplemented with a compressor. The mill can be completed with a mechanical seal. Therefore, the unit constitutes a simple, reliable, and efficient complex for manufacturing almost any products in bitumen modification.
Thank you for your attention. Do you have any questions related to this machine?
Sorry, once again, I've listed a number of questions.
Yes.
All right. First and foremost, I don't know whether if I've missed during the presentation from the engineer himself.
Mhm.
I want clarification on the power consumption or connectivity for the unit. What type of capacity does the machine require, especially the USB 3?
Okay. Let me ask this question from my engineers. По установке модификации на 12 кубов, какое требует энергопотребление эта машина? Сколько? Это для запуска или вообще для работы? For operation of this machine with capacity from 10 to 12 cubic meters per hour, required power consumption would be around 100 kW.
100 kW. So in actual cognizance, if I've got 3-phase at a particular facility or at our client's facility, it can be all systems go, right?
Yes, it works only from 3 phases.
Awesome.
Okay.
Then the other question, is the unit compatible to be used indoors, let's say in a warehouse or in a factory, in an enclosure environment whereby we can allow maybe our tanker truck to drive in, and while the machinery is producing, the truck can be also awaiting to load in for deliveries.
Okay, so your question is whether the product can be pumped into the tank of the truck right after production?
That's correct. I was checking on the workability between, safety standards for the product. The machine, does it necessarily have to be outside or inside a bit?
Okay. Let me ask that question. Установка должна быть установлена в помещении или под навесом или вне помещения? Есть ли требования по установке? Это первый вопрос. Но на улице работать может. И второй вопрос, продукт, который она производит, можно ли загружать в цистерну для транспортировки или его сразу нужно использовать? И сколько обычно это занимает? Okay, so I will divide questions to 2 sections. So yes, the machine can be used as indoors and outdoors. When you use it outdoors, it has to be under some tent or some enclosure. So you should cover that from the rain, let's say, but it can be used outside. And when the product is manufactured, after manufacturing, it has to be pumped into some storage tank because as per the chemistry processes that are happening inside, the product needs to be, I cannot say that should be settled, but it should wait like at least for 40 minutes until the whole processes, chemical processes are finished inside so it can be ready to be used.
Okay, great. That is quite clear, which means if I've understood it clearly, after 40 minutes from the processing, from the agitators within the processing unit, then we need to wait for about 40 minutes till we dispatch the product either to the storage tank or to the road tanker for deliveries, right?
No, but you can fill it to the storage tank right away. But before using that product, you have to wait at least 40 minutes. So it's when it will achieve the required condition to be used. But for storing, let me ask one more time about storing. А сколько такой продукт будет храниться? То есть, ну, допустим, вот мы произвели его, 40 минут мы подождали, пока оно там все дошло, мы можем его использовать. А сколько оно может храниться? На это тоже должны быть определенные условия, там оно должно перемешиваться, да, температурный режим. Мгм. 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 And produced product can be stored up to 1 year in the storage tank, but with being in correspondence with the certain conditions of storing, like a temperature, mixing, and all that stuff. So after manufacturing, it can be stored up to 1 year, from several months to 1 year, depending on the conditions of storing. Did I answer your question?
Yeah, indeed, I'm happy you have answered precisely. And the last question, it's just a small one and very simple.
Okay.
The reversal process, according to my experience, I've been working with AE2 bitumen as well as 5070 on site. How competitive is the unit in terms of, you know, on site you can usually have you can have technical glitches, in the sense that let's say, for argument's sake, the product you have been producing, all right, the product you have been producing, could be maybe not flowing as per desired flow rate. Then obviously you have been feeding to the tank already, then you realize, no, our flow rate is not doing well, or our product is not of the desired quality, right? Can we a reversal from the pump, right, to reverse from the storage tank, reversing to the processing unit?
Okay,
Yeah,
let me ask the question. Значит, если в какой-то момент мы поняли, что продукт не соответствует качеству или там рецептура была нарушена, можно ли его вернуть обратно в установку и добавить необходимые компоненты для того, чтобы его довести до необходимых требований и кондиций? Да. Ну хорошо, у нас есть же какие-то краны отбора проб на каком-то этапе, чтобы мы могли проверить, или как это, ну, допустим, они запустили партию и там не досчитались. Мгм. Ну, а фактически, насколько уже произведенный продукт можно добавить еще пластификаторы, вряд ли это уже будет нормальный продукт или не. Ну, просто предположение. Мгм. 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 Повторно можно какой-то на байпас сделать или там повторная рециркуляция. Мгм. Okay, so in case if, as per your recipe, some components were not in sufficient amount, you can reverse the product and recirculate back through the machine by adding required components to achieve the recipe that you needed and the quality of the product. So in case of some such thing happens, you can fix it.
All right, thank you.
Anyone else? Colleagues, do you have questions?
No.
Thank you. Okay, and I guess the last machine for today would be a little bit similar to the one that we just discussed, but with capacity 16 cubic meters per hour. It's built on a little bit different principle of operation, and I believe we have a little video description of it. А вот это видео, что такое же, Женя? Вот это же есть, да, видео? Let me run it for you.
Today, we are going to bring to your attention USB 3, an inline modified bitumen production unit with a capacity of 16 cubic meters per hour. This unit is made in containerized format and housed in its own container except for a polymer feeder. After passing the tests, this container will be equipped with doors. Let's focus on the design of the unit. The container is installed in the unit on its own frame, which, in turn, contains the following components: 2 colloid mills, 2 hydrodynamic mixers, 2 high-pressure bitumen supply pumps, a screw mixer for mixing bitumen and polymer. The unit is equipped with a plasticizer feed assembly which feeds plasticizer in range from 10 to 100 liters per 1 cubic meter of bitumen. The unit also contains an adhesion additive feed assembly which feeds up to 10 liters per 1 cubic meter of bitumen. A spiral screw conveyor and a hopper are attached to the container. The spiral conveyor with a capacity of 60 kilograms per 1 cubic meter of bitumen is designed to supply polymer in the form of granules or powder. The performance of the spiral conveyor and the plasticizer pump is controlled by frequency converters. The process of preparing the unit for operation includes calibration. In order to calibrate the spiral conveyor, it is necessary to fill the polymer hopper with polymer and, having switched the splitter gate valve to the idle hose, consume the polymer by stopwatch timing. In order to calibrate the adhesion additive pump group, we should connect the pump group to the additive containing tank and then do the priming. This pump group is equipped with a feed adjustment valve which allows the operator to switch. Calibration curve data must be entered correctly. It is worth noting that calibration of components takes not longer than one shift. Recalibration of components may be required only in one case: if the components in use are to be replaced. And now, let's focus on the principle of operation of the unit. The working diagram of the unit features 2 stages of bitumen supply. The bitumen preheated to operating temperature, 180 degrees Celsius, and supplied from the boiler is partially discharged into the reverse line through a slightly open valve. The bitumen supply pump, the screw mixer, and the secondary bitumen supply pump withdraw the required amount of bitumen and feed it into the system. Before the pump for withdrawal of bitumen polymer mixture, bitumen is mixed with polymer using a screw mixer. The polymer preliminarily filled into the hopper is fed by means of a spiral transfer with a drive and a screw feeder. Depending on the required polymer concentration in bitumen, the operator has the ability to control the drive rotation speed of spiral transfer and thus adjust the polymer feed. Entering the mixing chamber of screw mixer, the polymer is wetted with bitumen. The pump for withdrawal of polymer bitumen mixture transfers the mixture to the primary hydrodynamic mixer where a plasticizer is fed and preliminary homogenization occurs. Plasticizer is supplied by a pump group with a frequency converter. The pump is pre-calibrated manually. Next, the mixture is supplied from the primary mixer to the primary mill where grinding and mixing occurs at a higher level. Having passed the primary mill, the mixture of bitumen, polymer, and plasticizer enters the secondary hydrodynamic mixer wherein pure bitumen is supplied to the nozzle by a bitumen pump. and the primary mill mixture and the adhesion additive are fed into the vacuum chamber. After passing the secondary mill, the mixture is fed into the storage tank through the modified bitumen supply pipeline by means of a three-way valve. Owing to the design of our colloid mill, the cutters of which have a specialized profile that allows grinding, cutting, and homogenizing the polymer containing ingredient, we obtain a high-quality product. This unit can be optionally completed with sulfur and polyphosphoric acid feeders, as well as a compressor. The mill can be completed with a mechanical seal. This unit features a high level of automation and control. All the main valves are equipped with pneumatic actuators controlled by an integrated control device. And now, let's proceed to discuss the design of the unit in terms of the control system. The front panel of the control cabinet contains a touch-sensitive graphic panel, a power supply voltage indicator, a correct power phasing indicator, and a semi-spherical button for emergency shutdown of the unit. The control logic is implemented on Siemens 1200 controller. The power circuits of components are equipped with circuit breakers, frequency converters, and a soft starter. The control system provides for operation of the unit in automatic and manual modes. The manual mode is used as a setup mode and mainly required for calibration of ingredients. The automatic mode of operation is the main mode, which includes the following submodes: modification and flushing. The main mode is modification. All other modes are auxiliary, service ones. When the set values are exceeded, the system ensures a number of emergency response algorithms. Depending on the type of failure, the system ensures an immediate stop or a stop with process revision. Thuswise, the system ensures long-lasting and safe operation of the equipment. After the operator enters the calibration result, the unit can operate in automatic modification mode for as long as desired. The main advantage of the unit is the ability to work in automatic mode with almost any known modifiers, whether in granular or powder form. The unit allows manufacturing the product in the widest range of formulations. Due to its high capacity, the unit ensures that the product is manufactured in the shortest possible time. Due to a high level of automation, the unit is extremely easy to operate and maintain. In concluding this video, let's discuss the advantages of this unit. The unit is easy to operate and maintain. It features a high level of automation and a wide range of additives blended in. I would also like to note that the bitumen polymer mixture undergoes homogenization in sequence through 2 mills, which makes it possible to obtain the highest quality product. High versatility allows the unit to work with any modifiers known as of today. The unit is equipped with jackets for heating with thermal oil, which serves as the gentlest heating method. All of the above listed properties make the unit a simple and efficient complex for modified bitumen production. Thank you for your attention.
All right, this is the end of the video for this particular unit. Do you have, colleagues, any questions related to this machine or information you have seen? Our colleagues from Myanmar, do you have any questions? Mr. Kwaku, you have connected. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay. All right, so we will send you this presentation so you can check it from home as well. If you have some issues with the sound or could not hear the engineer's voice or something, we'll send it to you on your email so you can check it and have it in your files and use it for your customers' presentations. But the main reason for today's meeting was to give you a general idea about our machines' principles of operation, and so you can ask the questions from our engineers in the real time. If you have any doubts in operation or some previous failures, or I don't know, any questions that technical questions, our engineers are here to respond to them. After this video, the manager who is responsible for working with you from GlobeCore will send you some sort of test that you would need to pass. And if you would have any questions related to that test, please feel free to contact your contact manager so they can help you with answers. Passing this test is an important step in our training procedure. If you sign the contract for the first time, or updating your contract from the previous years, you would need to pass this little test so we can issue for you a certificate of completion of the training and certificate of dealership, so you can use it officially within your presentations for your customers or for tendering procedures. And again, we're always open for any of your questions, or if you need clarifications or additional information about our machines. We're here, and our team are constantly working to make this information more simpler, and so you can use it and make sales of GlobeCore equipment, because our main goal is for you to make a profit for yourself and for GlobeCore. And make this process as smooth as possible, and they give you all tools as possible for this process. So I'm grateful for you being presented today on this meeting and listening our technical information for 1 hour. Thank you one more time. I hope you all to have a lovely end of your day and evening. For someone the evening, so for someone is a day. Let's keep in touch, and feel free to contact your contact managers to get more information about our machines. Thank you for being with GlobeCore. We are very proud for having you in our team.
You're welcome. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you, and bye-bye. See you next time.
Okay.